Hey, Tucker Eats here, and welcome to Fenghuang, ancient water town. Now, Fenghuang means phoenix in English, so it's named after Phoenix, the firebird. And there's a really cool vibe about this town. There's, all these kind of ancient buildings, and it just feels like you've gone back in time. So I've come through Sichuan, and then Chongqing, and then to here, so into Hunan. And this part of the world has some of my favorite cuisines. So Sichuan and Hunan. I love them both. One of my favorite restaurants in Perth is called Chili Panda, which is Hunan cuisine. However, when I'm ordering off the menu, I can't tell whether I'm eating Sichuan or Hunan. And so I've just kind of had to get my head around what's what there, because I know that they do both. So when I first discovered ChatGPT, one of the questions I first asked it is compare and contrast Hunan and Sichuan food. And it did a pretty good job explaining to me the differences, and so I could start to pick, or at least assume, which dishes belonged where. I know the Hunan cuisine, they use a lot of raw chilies, so they use them like vegetables almost. They just put so much green chili and red chili in there, whereas Sichuan, they use a lot of dried chilies. So that was a big difference. Also Hunan, the vegetables are very much al dente. Spring onions as well, they're chopped in there, lots of ginger, garlic as well. And the cooking is, it's just quickly stir-fried, largely. Whereas the Sichuan, it's a bit more complicated than that. There's spice blends, there's a lot more Sichuan peppercorn, and the flavors are a bit more complex, probably a bit more difficult to make, I would assume. Yes, so some similarities and differences. Anyway, I'm going to take you to a local Hunan restaurant, and I'm going to get some Hunan staples, or at least I'm going to try to. The language barrier is pretty intense over here, so often I'm just winging it, basically. But yeah, regardless, we're going to eat well, and we're going to eat lots, and come with me. Let's do it. I'm hungry. All right, so these dishes are huge, by the way. I didn't realize there'll be so much food. What a surprise, I've over-ordered. That rice is not gonna get a look in. This is pickled bamboo shoot with bacon. Very much looking like a Hunan dish, looks delicious. Lots of barely cooked spring onion and chili, and lots of ginger in there as well. It's looking absolutely divine. Then over here, spicy and sour pork head. Got some ear in there. I can't identify a lot of it, but you can see it's very clear. I don't know if it's fat or gelatin or both. And once again, very much a Hunan dish. Lots of garlic in there, huge slices of ginger, lots of cut chili, lots of spring onion. I can't wait to stop talking and start eating, but I'm not done. Okay, what else have we got here? So this is it's like a hard tofu and celery dish. Once again, so much ginger. I don't know how much ginger they go through in this state, but yeah, they don't muck around. And they just, if you look at them, they look like Hunan dishes, okay? They just have this vibrancy about them. And then I know nothing about this, but it translates to wild vegetable baba. And I've opened one up, and it's looking very glutinous. It looks like a glutinous texture. All right, more on that later, but I'm keen for this pickled bamboo shoot and bacon. Nice and loaded there. So much flavor. And that's the thing, that's why I love Hunan cuisine. It's just so much flavor. Got the flavor of the chili and the spring onion coming through. Then you've got this cured pork. Now it's called, the translation is bacon. It's not bacon, it's like a cured pork product. And you can see them hanging on the wall behind me. Lots of oil in here as well. Everything that's in there is just brimming with flavor and makes a guy like me happy, so happy. Look at all that chili, you know? Just a flavor sensation. Now the bamboo shoot comes through as well, mild flavor. So the pickling has kind of chilled out that bamboo shoot somewhat. This bamboo shoot can be quite a strong flavor. So there's plenty of chili going on in there as well, but it's not as spicy as it looks. Don't get me wrong, it packs a punch, but Hunan, you know, Hunan can go all the way up to 10. That's probably a 6 or a 7. But so much flavor. All right. So next, spicy and sour pork head. Now I'm assuming that this comes from the drying heads that I've seen hanging around the place. Have a look at that. Just see through. Let me load that up a bit. Add some flavor. Look, rinse and repeat, like so much flavor in every mouthful. These big green chilies, big red chilies, they're barely cooked. You know, the spring onion, barely cooked. Very much al dente they are with their vegetables, and they chuck chili in like it is a vegetable as well. All right, let's try a bit of that. Mystery pig face part. Oh, it's getting hot in here. Now the pig head, it's not as dry as the bacon, so it's still got a fair bit of moisture in there, and there's a sweetness about that sauce as well. I don't know where the sweetness comes from. It's that Chinese sausage sweetness again that's so prominent in China. Really yum, really yum. I'm in Hunan, of course. Now, quite a few of you claim to be the #1 Tucker Eats fan, but here's a question. What is my favorite way of eating pig face? I wonder if you know. I've definitely revealed it in a previous episode, or I've at least inferred it in a previous episode. And if you know, you know. Leave a comment. Let's see if anybody can guess my favorite way of eating pig face. It's not this. This is delicious though, but there is something I prefer. Whoever gets it right first will get some imaginary merch. Speaking of biggest fans, I've received some fan art from Ellie. Thank you so much, Ellie. I love it. It's amazing. And you're very talented at drawing, so yeah, awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, next I've got this celery and tofu dish. It's like a hard tofu. Looks like a braised tofu as well. And what a surprise. There's chili in there, there's garlic in there. There's all of the staples of a Hunan dish. And it's completely delicious. What a surprise. Now this tofu, it's got a real meaty bite to it. It's really dense and full of flavor. All right, let's pile another load into the gob. Look at that, all that celery, chili. I ordered from a menu. I did have pictures, but I relied heavily on Google Translate as well to get what I got. I'm very, very happy with my choices. 3 dishes I've never had before, but all archetypally Hunan and all absolutely delicious. Right, finally, wild vegetable baba, wrapped and unwrapped. So it's this dark green, wild vegetable, and it's come out glutinous. I thought it was like some kind of rice ball, it might be. So it is, it's a green glutinous rice with some bits and pieces in the middle. Looks like some nuts. Has a very much a herbal flavor. So it has like a dry roasted and dried pork vibe, and then that herbalness coming through. And if I was to guess, I would say this is more like hill tribe food. There's different ethnic minority groups around this region. Apparently there's like 26 ethnic minority groups, I believe. And this gives me that kind of hill tribe vibe. So, yeah, I'm saying not Hunan, but still absolutely delicious and completely different as well. I'm really happy I ordered this. It was just a potluck, and it's something different. It's got that glutinous rice on the outside. It's that color green and just delicious flavors, dried flavors, herbal flavors going on in the middle. All right, let me put this to bed, and I'll see you by the river. Nice little town, this one, Fenghuang, ancient water town. And the food is amazing. That rice didn't get much of a look in because I ordered way too much. Oh, when will I learn? So the Chinese, they come to these places and they put on the traditional dress and they just pose for photographs, and that's how they have a good time. Not a word of cultural appropriation. My favorite dish was that cured pork with the bamboo shoot, the pickled bamboo shoot. And the cured pork, it had very much a similar profile to the cured pork that I ate in Chengdu. So really delicious, smoky, just tastes so good. And then stir fried with the rest of it. That was quite a dish. I'm very happy with that one. And the surprise of the meal was that vegetable baba, which was the glutinous rice wrapped in the leaf. That was, it was just so yum. It was like dried and herbal and porky. Yeah, really good stuff. So Hunan has not disappointed. I knew it wouldn't. And next is Changsha, which is the capital. So I'll go hit up the food scene and see what that's like. Very impressed so far. All right, see you around.